Ever notice how a politician's apology feels more like a TV drama than a heartfelt confession? The cameras flash, the politician bows deeply, and every gesture seems rehearsed. These apologies are a staple of Korean politics, carefully staged, not spontaneous. From the somber suit to the trembling voice, every detail is chosen for effect. The goal isn't just to say, "I'm sorry," but to put on a show convincing enough to sway public opinion. The politician becomes an actor, and the nation is the audience. Their future often depends on how well they perform this act of contrition. It's less about genuine regret, more about crisis management. The script is predictable. A heavy sigh, slumped shoulders, maybe even a tear at the right moment. This is emotional theater, designed to make us feel sympathy and believe in their suffering. But it's also manipulation, a way to survive scandal and calm public anger. A well-executed apology can save a career, but it's a gamble where performance is everything. The public is asked to judge, but the outcome often feels predetermined. We're handed a script, and the politician hopes we'll play along, granting forgiveness based on their acting skills. In the end, it's more about spectacle than sincerity. When politicians apologize, their real aim isn't always regret. It's to regain control of the story. Scandal throws everything into chaos. A public apology is their chance to reclaim the narrative. By stepping up, they become the main character again, shaping how the issue is discussed. Every word is crafted to steer the conversation away from the worst details and toward a manageable story of human error. The emotional display is strategic. Appearing vulnerable can soften public anger and shift focus from the wrongdoing to the politician's supposed remorse. If the public feels empathy, calls for harsh consequences may fade. Ultimately, the apology is a declaration of power, not submission. By delivering it, the politician sets the terms for their own judgment. They position themselves as the one who can fix the problem, reinforcing their leadership. The act of taking responsibility is often just another move to stay in control. The apology isn't the end. It's a calculated step to keep their political story alive. It's about managing perception, not just expressing regret. The real goal: survival and narrative control. Political apologies in Korea follow a familiar three-act drama. Act 1. The somber entrance. The politician sets a grave tone, apologizing in vague terms for causing concern. Act 2. The emotional core. They describe sleepless nights and deep shame, maybe even shed a tear, hoping to win sympathy. Act 3. The resolution. Promises are made to reflect deeply or be reborn, sometimes with vague pledges of cooperation or reform. This structure guides the public from anger to sympathy, then to acceptance. It's a script designed to satisfy our need for acknowledgement, catharsis, and closure. By following this formula, politicians manage the emotional journey of the nation. These aren't spontaneous confessions. They're performances with a clear political purpose. The three acts are so effective, we see them again and again. Understanding this structure helps us see through the show. It's drama, not just apology. The language of political apologies is precise, calculated, and often evasive. Phrases like, "I apologize for causing public concern," shift focus from the wrongdoing to the public's reaction. Details are avoided. Politicians speak of shortcomings or inappropriate behavior without specifics. This vagueness protects them from legal or political fallout. Dramatic promises, like being reborn with a new mindset, sound sincere but rarely mean real change. These poetic phrases are meant to impress, not to commit. The language is a shield, allowing politicians to appear humble while dodging true accountability. It's a performance of regret, not a confession. When we hear these familiar lines, we should ask, what are they really apologizing for? Are they taking responsibility or just managing the fallout? The words reveal more about their intentions than their actions ever will. Not all apologies are equal. Listen closely, and you'll hear the politician's true goal. If they're fighting to survive, The language is forward-looking. Lessons learned, promises to work harder, pledges to cooperate. The message, I've changed. Give me another chance. This is a plea for redemption, not an exit. But if resignation is the goal, the tone shifts, final, direct, and conclusive. Phrases like, I take all responsibility and step down, signal the end. No talk of being reborn, just a clean break. This is a strategic sacrifice to protect the party or organization. The resignation apology absorbs blame, allowing others to move on. By decoding the language, we see whether they're asking for forgiveness or saying goodbye. The words chosen tell us everything about their endgame. Listen for the signals. They're always there. By the time a politician apologizes on camera, the real decisions are already made. The press conference isn't a negotiation. It's the final act of a drama with a predetermined ending. The apology is stagecraft, designed to give the illusion of accountability. The deep bow, the somber words, they're all part of a ritual to show the system works. In reality, the outcome, survival or resignation, was decided behind closed doors. Especially in resignations, the politician is often pushed out by party pressure, not personal guilt. The public apology becomes a formal ceremony to execute that decision. It lets the party distance itself and start damage control. For the politician, it's a way to exit with dignity or set up a future comeback. For the public, it offers closure, but remember, it's all a performance. The real story happened before the cameras rolled. So how do we tell a real apology from a performance? First, look for specifics. A sincere apology names the wrongdoing, not just shortcomings. Vague language is a red flag. They're dodging responsibility. Next, check the focus. Is it about their own pain or the harm done to others? Real apologies center the victims, not the politician. Women, often attuned to emotional nuance, can spot these differences instinctively. They know when an apology is just a tactic to end criticism, not a true commitment to change. Most importantly, look for action. Words are easy. Real apologies come with concrete steps to make amends. Promises to be reborn mean little without real change. If there's no follow-through, it's just empty theater. By listening critically, we can demand real accountability, not just another performance.